Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live stream. We hope y'all had a great week, and we're glad you're here. So, kick us off, Kyle.
Good evening, everybody.
And we're glad you're here. So,
I didn't do it.
That was me.
Mine's muted.
Yeah,
good evening, everybody. Glad y'all could be here with us. Another fantastic end to another fantastic week. Looking forward to spending the next little bit with y'all, and we'll see what happens. What you got, CW?
Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Got a pretty good show planned us for tonight. Jamie's got a topic for us tonight, so that's a good thing. Had a busy week here. I'm working on refinishing gun stocks and reloading stuff and casting bullets, so got some stuff to talk about later. How you doing, Scotsman? What's going on?
Doing good. Long, crazy week, but doing all right. For those of you who didn't see the video or didn't see last week's live stream, today is the 2-year anniversary of the passing of Mr. Holster. So if you've not already had a drink from Mr. Holster, said cheers, took a second to remember him, please do so.
Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I'm getting weird notifications over here.
Buzz actually read the dang script.
I just was reading that.
Well, there you go, guys. Steal my thunder.
I'm telling you, he's a thief in the night.
I love Buzz. Back in the day, a guy would buy a hunting rifle. Take my buddy that I hunt with, Billy. He was our associate pastor. He's recently retired, and he's just has turned 66, I think, maybe 67. Anyway, he bought this gun when he was, I would say, late 20s. So it's probably, 45, 46 years old? At least 40 years old. And the only time it's fired is when he is sighting it in before the season, which usually consists of a grand total of 2, maybe 3 shots. And whatever deer he kills through the year, which in Georgia can be 12 deer if you're up to killing that many and gutting them and dragging them out of the woods. But yeah, man, a lot of times when in the South, especially when dang Pollard, we'll talk about that later too if you want to. Also, a lot of times when an old man would pass away and leave his rifle behind, he still had 2 or 3 boxes of ammunition that he had that he either loaded or bought, and whoever got the rifle got that too, and we just didn't shoot a whole lot. So 3 or 4 generations is not out of the question with a well-built, well-cared-for firearm.
Well, I think that's what a lot of it comes down to. It's how the firearm was cared for, how it was stored over the years, what kind of ammunition was shot through it. There's a lot of factors that come into play.
They dang sure is, buddy. You can run a gun just by not doing anything to it. Kind of like a car, ain't it? Worst thing for a car is letting it sit there for years and years and years and years. Same with a gun. You need to at least once a year, you need to drag them things out and clean them up, put new oil on.
At least run a patch through them and oil up the metal and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm moving back indoors. The heater's making too much noise out back. I'm sitting right next to it when it comes on.
Well, it's getting chilly down here in Georgia. For us, it's 34 degrees right now, which is
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a cold front run through too. It's dropping now. Going to be
That wind today was brutal.
Going to be teens, and it's windy too. Yeah, we're going to have 50-mile-an-hour winds tonight. I'm sorry.
That's what
tomorrow.
we had last night. Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
And today it was a steady 30-mile-an-hour wind all dang day. You go outside and you think it's warm. No. It was 65 degrees last night before that storm come in, Jamie?
yeah.
I mean, it was nice. I was sitting on the back porch, kicked back in my chair and watching the dog run around, throwing the ball for her and sitting there in a T-shirt. This morning was a different story.
It was 57 here this morning at sunrise, and when I walked out of therapy at about 9:30, it was 43, and it's been dropping all day. So that's odd. Sunrise rather, the highest temperature of your day.
Yeah, we get those days down here too, but ours wasn't that bad. It was a little chilly this morning. It was, I think 30. We'll go with 35 because I can't remember what it was because I wasn't in my car. I was driving my truck and it doesn't have one of them handy dandy thermometers on it. But it only got like 41 degrees when I got home at almost 5 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, they're talking about the weather out there. G23 said, I think he said it was 41. Let me go back. Critter says 33 yesterday. 52 where G23 is right now. That would be in Oregon, I think. Washington State. Yeah.
I hope you all are enjoying your 30 degrees, your 40 degrees, your 50 degrees. We don't have that out here. Last night it dropped fast and dropped hard and dropped heavy. We had ice, rain, snow the whole night long, and it's been crazy winds, and it has not changed pretty much all day. I don't think it's gotten over 15 today.
Well, you'd think it was February.
Walter said it started out at 35 and it warmed up to 70. That's pneumonia weather right there, brother.
Yeah, that's crazy talk.
Yeah, California.
So Mr. Pollard says he's got a 1911 that and Jason, the joke of the night so far.
Inside.
Good one, buddy.
Yeah, I've got some with more rounds through them than others. My actual Colt still has the factory Colt barrel in it, and I can't even count how many rounds I've sent down it. I've had it. I bought it from my boss when I was. Never mind, I can't say this on YouTube. A younger man, and I've wore that thing out. I've got other barrels for it, but I keep the factory one in it because that's just a point and click. And then I've got. Hadn't got familiar with this 8mm Mauser yet. The oldest one that I've shot, my grandfather brought back from Belgium in World War II. It's a Browning Takedown 22. And I know for a fact I've got about 30,000 rounds through it, and that's just me. And my dad had it before me.
Now, see, that's a gun right there that you can, 22s, you can shoot the blew daylights out of them things. I wonder how many rounds it would take to shoot out a 22 long rifle barrel.
Well, you get some of them really old ones, and they had a lot of corrosive 22s. So I've got an old, what the heck is it? There was two of them that they made, crack shot, and it was my grandfather's when he was a boy, and then it was my father's when he was a boy, and then it was mine when I was a boy. And its barrel is black. There's no resemblance of rifling inside it. No idea how many rounds are through it, but I think it was just from those corrosive 22s when my grandfather was young and not getting cleaned.
Yeah,
It
when I
still
was a kid,
shoots, but
my grandfather was very particular about his firearms, and take it out, shoot it, bring it in and clean it. And here's how you do it. And he showed me how to do it right. And I haven't stuck with that all through the years due to, my longer range rifles. You need some of that copper fouling buildup in the barrel to help stabilize the bullets. But yeah, my pistols and shotguns and stuff, I take them out and shoot them. I clean them.
I got a 2-groove 03A3 that shoots very, very well. Untold how many shots are through that. You just gotta, like I said in the beginning, you just gotta respect them. So something like that, 1912 Chilean Mauser, you'd want to check the serial number to see if it actually is near that date. But keep the loads light, it'd be fine. Those old ones are dandies for cast bullets. So you keep the pressures low and you can enjoy shooting them and not have issues.
Yeah, I wound up getting some ammo from a buddy of mine, coworker, but it's corrosive 8mm. So if I take it out and shoot it, I'm gonna have to clean it. But I can't reload it because it's Berdan primed, or is it Boxer?
Berdan.
Yeah, it's Berdan primed. I mean, you can do it, but it's easier just to buy some brass.
Yep.
And see, that's the thing. Talk back to our topic. The milsurps just take on. We mentioned that before we went live. The milsurp stuff can take on a life of its own, and a lot of them are great cast lead shooters, like CW said. My 8mm shoots really good with cast lead bullets, and that Model 39 finished Mosin I got shoots pretty good too. MCK shot it. It's even though it's a cock on open design, I think it's still tough. Uh, it's still a little tougher to cock than it ought to be. I really believe that.
Heck, that reminds me, I got two older Mosins that I've never even shot. One of them still packed in Cosmoline. So I guess that'd be a brand new rifle.
Yeah, but the gambit on milsurps. I mean, when you say that word, my mind automatically goes to a blued steel and wood bolt action rifle. But there's so much more to them than that particular setup.
It would take you all day to write down all the old milsurp rifles.
Well,
And you still wouldn't get them all.
1911s can be milsurps.
Yep.
I have, Mr. Pishner. I have done that, and I've got some more test loads loaded up. And that's another thing what we're talking about tonight too. And Scotsman said before we started that particular topic can take you take you in so many different ways. But how many of us have slacked up on our shooting because of the primer availability, primer cost, and I know I've slowed down considerably since before the pandemic started. And, it's a lot easier to go shoot when you're going to be shooting up $3 or $4 worth of primers as opposed to $30 or $40 worth of them.
Well, like for me right now, just this time of year, I'm probably about half of what I was shooting just because of the weather and stuff. But I mean, we can still get primers for the most part out here. So I mean, if the weather wasn't too bad and wasn't working as much, then yeah, I'd still be out shooting. But it just weather comes into play, and all the rest of it. But as far as mill slurps go, there's a lot of different factors there as far as ammunition. A lot of them call just for the surplus ammo, which yeah, you can still reload it, but one of the big factors as to why they say they use surplus is because you don't want too high a pressure round. Which obviously reloading you can design and make your own and figure out what's going to work in it. But you got to be careful with that too. You don't want to overpressure it and cause problems.
Yeah, see, I think that was the point of me suggesting that topic. Um, like say the M39 finished Mauser. I feel pretty confident that rifle's strong enough to shoot full loads in it. If a lot of you guys are saying y'all have slowed down your shooting because of the primers. I guess we all have a little bit. Now, I don't think we consciously made that decision. I think that's just a byproduct of what were happening. But one particular thing about the topic tonight is I acquired this 1911 from Willie when he was here in September, and it's a 1911 and made in 1913. I want to shoot it, and I think I will be shooting it. I just don't want to run full house loads in that particular gun. Am I right or wrong?
Well, with the 45, you just avoid the plus P's and you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should be fine with just a regular load. It's not gonna hurt it any.
They're low enough pressure, but being who and what we are, just shoot casting it and you'll be fine. You'll never have an issue ever.
Yeah, there's enough meat in that chamber and barrel that you ain't gonna have a problem.
Yeah, you got to respect the older steels, but that's not a high enough pressure to really. It's respect for sure, but it's not really a worrisome model.
Pollard says shoot the hell out of
it. Shoot it.
Shoot it, Elizabeth. Yeah.
Shooting for me has been the byproduct side of it because we did a lot of 3 guns and steel matches and my bullseye matches. I shot a lot. And the big 900 matches stopped. They haven't returned yet. I got to hunt around to find national match 300 national match courses. I found a couple. My league remained shooting, but the 3 guns stopped. It hasn't returned yet to the one club I go to. I could travel more and find other clubs that probably still do it, but the main one that we liked and went to, they don't do it anymore. Something happened with a couple people on the board, and they didn't. It's a rifle and pistol club, but some of the hierarchies within the club, they didn't like the pistol guys. They liked the shotgun and rifle guys. So it was only 1 or 2 people doing it, and they weren't able to do it, so it didn't happen. But they've done a few steel matches, just steel plates, and we've gone to those. But it's been 1 or 2 a year instead of 1 or 2, instead of like twice a month, 3 times a month. So inadvertently slowed down, but not. I mean, I'm pretty good. I stocked up. I was ready, but not everybody was.
Gotta love fuzz.
I was fixing to pop that up there, but you already read it. So yeah. So Fuzz, which is stronger, Kyle's underwear or a 1911 barrel?
I bought underwear since I bought a barrel.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah.
I was fortunate enough when they were readily available to acquire a decent supply of primers, but I've been shooting and reloading and all that stuff, and I'm in my standards, I'm getting dangerously low on certain ones, but I've got plenty of other ones. So
Buzz says Kyle's underwear for the win.
whee.
Now, see, I wouldn't have thought that, Big E. Thanks for sharing that. But yeah, I've loaded rounds, 30-06 in particular, 270, right around that 60,000 psi mark.
Yeah, modern rifles, it's not a problem. Modern steels.
G's got a good question.
For me, it'd probably be that Lee 312 155 2R, followed by the my altered 230 grain.
Yeah, I like the Elvis missile mold. My 300 blackouts shoot it very well. Some people's don't. I don't know if because they're both short barreled or what. I know Uncle Jim and Ozark, they couldn't get it to do anything, and I can put them through the same hole at 100 yards. So,
I had 5 different 300s when that bullet came out, and none of them shot it. But now it shoots pretty good. Now it's got a lot more bearing surface.
Right.
And now it shoots pretty good. I think it's a combination problem myself. It just doesn't have enough surface area, and it's only 309. So it just it's got a lot of things going for it as a cast bullet.
Or going against it.
Yeah, going against it.
Mine shoots the 150 Lees pretty good. I hadn't really played with the 180s in 300 blackout. I was shooting those out of my 308.
I have problems shooting them at all. They don't even chamber, powder coated. Such a big bore riding nose. They just don't cooperate for me at all.
Got you. I hadn't had a whole lot of success with it out of a 308 either. It's like it likes to go slower than anything else, because I had a decent group with what I started with load, and they just got worse from there.
My favorite is the RCBS 180 flat nose for the big 30s. The fat 30s, the regular 30s, 308, 3006.
Right. I hadn't shot any of the cast bullets out of my 30-06. Either one of them.
That's cool, Red Raider. Congrats on 100 subs, dude.
Awesome.
And you'll love that Frankfurt Arsenal primer cedar.
Yeah, if you guys haven't been over and checked out Red Raider Reloading, please go over and check him out. He's a good dude, down to earth, just regular dude.
That's what's awesome about everybody that's in the side chat and on the panel. We are exactly what you see. We'll cut up with each other. We're the same people. Uh-oh. Vanessa can't find anything.
So I got that mold recently. It's a 6 cavity. The 312 155 2R, I think is what it is. But just the other day, I got this one. Well, I think I've showed y'all this before. And all it says is closeout 60 on it. And that's a Lee 2-cavity mold. But I think it's pretty much the same thing. So I'll cast some bullets with this one, and I'll cast some bullets with the other one. And if it's the same or very similar, I might be giving this 2-cavity away.
160.
What it says is 312 160.
Yeah.
And it is
What's your nose diameter?
it's a gas check tumble lube.
Mhm.
Brand new. And it is the new style because it just come from Lee. It's actually got alignment pins on it. So
Cool.
this is the one I told you, Brian. I was thinking about pulling a CW trick on it and drill it out.
Yep. 5/16 bit. A nice sharp one, brand new one.
I got drill bits pretty much everywhere. So yeah, it might be
$7.
y'all guys are a trip. Apparently, they stay up all night talking on Discord. I can see that. And when I retire, I might be right in there with them. Left to my own devices, I could become a beach bum real easy, guys. I'm just saying.
Live the Jimmy Buffett dream.
Kinda. But I love these mountains up here too, man. Well, hills. Hills is where we live.
Right. Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with being up all night. Trust me. me and Mark had some many good conversations throughout the night. So, anyone else is out there that is awake all night long, feel free to email either one of us. I'm sure we'll talk to you. We don't care.
Yeah, after that storm blew in and stayed in last night, I slept like a brick for the first time in probably 2 months.
Yeah, we had a blow here last night too. It kept my wife up, didn't keep me up.
I even took a back pill the other night, which normally knocks me out. I don't even take them to work because I won't be able to make it home. And I was up at 2:45, 2:30, something like that in the morning. So I'm just sitting here killing time. Finally, Angel comes out of the bedroom. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Can't sleep. I was just keeping you awake." So,
oh, you better get that thought right out of your head, G. Unless you're independently wealthy.
yeah, right.
You got too long to work ahead of you. Good job, Mark. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna like loading it. Just stay on the lower side. The 350 gets ornery quick in the AR. You start ruining your brass.
There you go, Walter. I've actually called in sick lately because I was sick of coming to work. Yeah, but I turned 60 this month, so it's this year, so it's getting closer for me. There's Dwayne 7834. What's going on, bud? Is it time to go through the side chat yet?
I was just thinking that.
Okay, we got Vanessa Kitty out there, Mark Thomas, Dwayne 7834, Red Raider reloading, Mike Hester just popped in, Reloader 762, Vanessa Kitty, Fuzz T Fork 8, Walter Bunning, MCK's playing hooky from work, G23, Tim S, Vanessa Kitty, Mark Thomas. We're going to talk about 350 Legend, buddy. Maybe I can help you. G. Pishner, Tactical Fud. Brian C.W. is on the panel. Mr. Pollard, GGW Reloading, Red Raider, Timothy Burkett. Thanks for joining us. MacMan 39 Reloading. What's going on, buddy? Hope y'all feeling better out there. We got the Tactical Fud. The Crazy Scotsman is on the panel. Yeah, that's right, Fuzz. Don't play down the old rifles. Mr. Pishner is out there. I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Critter 9A, what's up, brother? He gets down in the 30s. Them Texas boys get cold. Mark Thomas, Broke Loader, what's happening, man? Big E, y'all need to go check out some of his hog hunting pictures or videos. You got the videos done yet, Big E? There's Mr. Pollard again. JCM45, what's happening, man? Good to see you. James Pugh, Edward Eddie,
10-man creeping.
10-man creeping, tacos and french fries. I'm hungry again. There's Ocean 374, and he put up his beautiful rifle today. I hope y'all got to see that.
I hadn't caught that one yet. I didn't get home till late.
And I think there's Lakeview Outdoors. Just want to think I've hit everybody. Somebody I hadn't said will pop up. So yeah, there's old one guy. See, about to give up, miss him. Yeah. My phone's blowing up.
I didn't do it.
So anyway, Garage Guy 879. Pony 47's out there. Jason Stewart's out there.
Andy says he's not here. Don't worry about not mentioning him.
I just got to his name. He's not commented since 807.
That's harsh.
Last time I saw him, he was saying hello to Oceans 374.
Andy's always ignored, man. You always ignore Andy every stream.
I don't. No, I make a point not to. Yeah, I'm back all the way to 806. Broke Loader, what's up, man? So, yeah, it's like that.
Reloader, I took out my videos are gone. I got to do them over again. I took out my 03A3 that was sporterized and shot it with a couple different bullets. And those RCBS 180 flat nose, and I want to say it was with 2400, but I tried a bunch of different powders that day. Shot the best group I've ever shot in my life with a cast bullet. It was a one-hole group at 100 yards with a cast bullet for 5 shots. Literally like a 40 caliber hole. I could not believe it.
What is this 30 super carry?
That's that new caliber that Federal brought out.
Was it Federal? I thought it was Hornady.
I think it's a combination of the two of them. Anyway, it's supposed to have the velocity of a 9mm with the bullet weight of a 9mm, but lower recoil, more round capacity. It's I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. I think it's going to make a dandy carbine caliber because that's where you can really get advantage of more rounds for competition use. But there's no replacement for displacement.
And more than one subject.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is these companies are always going to keep coming up with new stuff because they're gonna keep trying to appeal to other people and make you want to buy this and make you want to buy that. The thing with it is look, if you got something that works for you already, it works. Stick with it. Stick with what you know. Run what you know.
Yeah, it takes us back to our original topic, right?
Plus, it's running at crazy handgun pressures. It's like 50,000 for a handgun. It's really, really high.
You know, these companies out here coming up with this new stuff just to try to separate you from your money. But they got to, man. That's how they survive, right?
Yep.
Uh, just read your Bible, particularly Proverbs. Solomon, who was arguably the wisest man who ever lived, said that there's nothing new under the sun.
Everything old is new again.
Right. So basically, they just find something old and dusty and dust it off and put a new name on it and send it out there and see if it sticks. Right, Scotsman?
Well, a lot of times it's cut down this cartridge, cut down that cartridge. What can we make with this, and what can we make with that, and how can we push the limits?
And with rifle, they
And,
just slap a faster twist on it and go.
and you know, sometimes it works out great. Like 300 Blackout. 300 Blackout's a great cartridge, but you know, again, stick with what you know. You know, if you already have something that you shoot well, you know what's going on with it, and you plan on carrying it, stick with it. Don't try and change it up just because something else came out. It's not worth it.
Yeah, that's when you start down a whole new rabbit hole.
Well, you start down a whole new rabbit hole. You now have accuracy issues because you don't know they don't know the gun, you don't know the caliber. You got to figure out a good load for it. Everything else. It's just you're messing with stuff that necessarily isn't needed. So, again, you know, especially if it's something you're carrying, you already know what you're doing. So, stick with what you know.
Yeah, 45 gap was a horrible idea. I agree, but it had its purpose. That's why they did it.
You know, there's many people out there that have always said, you know, beware of the man with one gun. Why? Because he knows it better than anything else.
Yep.
I've always heard that. What's up, Ozark? Welcome in, buddy. Yeah, fear the man with one gun. He knows where every round's going.
Mark fired a shot across your bow, Jamie.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. He'll be all right. He'll get over it in a little while.
I never jumped on either of the 6.5 trains.
It's funny. He's out there talking crap about it, but he loves shooting mine.
Right.
Yeah, the reason I decided to go with that caliber is because I'd shot it at 1,000 yards and I liked it, and I wanted to do the same with my own stuff. So,
Yeah, I know you're instigating, Mark. I know. I have a 243 AR too. I still haven't shot it yet. I've built that sucker like 2 years ago. I still haven't shot it. I still got to put a scope on it.
no, not quite, Ozark. 6.5 is 0.264, 270 is 0.277.
Yeah.
Yep.
270 is closer to 7 millimeter.
Yeah. Which is 0.284, correct? I think.
Yeah. Yep.
There's Big Al.
I think a 270 is 6.8.
Yeah, in metric. Yep.
Hey, 243 is hard to beat, guys.
Sure is.
Yeah, 270 is 6.8 millimeter, like G. Fishner said.
You got the Westerner now, and then you got the 6.8 SPC. It's been around a little while. They're both 270s, 277 bullets.
But why? When you got a 270 Winchester that outcranks them all.
Well, it does have some merit as a long range hunting caliber, because it does a really good job with that slower twist with those 175 and 180 grain bullets. It's every bit of 7 mag, if not even maybe a little bit better velocity wise.
What I like about the 270
as a hunting caliber, it does have some merit.
6.8 Western?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I like about the 270 is it's such a flat trajectory to get you where you're going.
Right.
Like at 1,000 yards with my 308 shooting a 208 grain projectile, I'm lobbing it in like artillery, but I know where it's going. You know, but the 270, it's got one of the flattest projectiles of any caliber.
It's all about recoil and controlling your shots and getting more shots on target. That's the whole reason for the smaller and smaller calibers. To do the same thing with a 30 caliber, you'd need bigger than some of the biggest cases in 30 caliber, and then you'd have be built in your shoulder with recoil. You wouldn't be able to, your scope would black out. You wouldn't see where your impacts were. That's the whole deal with it. It's all from PRS. It's all driven from PRS, and it's fine. It's a great thing, a great hobby, great fun, but you can't equate that, dollar for dollar to hunting. It just doesn't. You can ring steel 1,000 yards, sure. 6.8, 6.5 is great, but you can't do that on game. It's not doesn't have the power for it on game. It's a 400-yard, deer rifle. It's not a 1,000-yard deer rifle or a 1,000-yard elk rifle or whatever anybody else thinks it is. But you could ring steel 1,000, 1,050, sure.
Yeah, I would not take a hunting shot at 1,000 yards because I don't know. I know I'll hit it. I don't know if it'll have enough to make a clean kill when it gets there, because I'm right at the edge of transonic.
There's too many factors at that distance that comes into play. It's not worth the shot.
Right.
Yeah, from an ethics standpoint, but just from a power standpoint, if everything else was good, it just doesn't have it. Even on paper, it just doesn't have it.
It's because you need to swab your nostrils, Alan.
Hey, Stewart County Ballistics, what's up?
There he is.
We've been missing you, man. There's Michael Hartneck. The room's filling up. We're up to 56 folks watching out there.
We're just going to say hey to Michael Hartneck.
And back to G23's question about that 8.6 BO. I got nothing, brother. Never heard of it. I'm kind of like, exactly, Mark. That was what you said it better and faster than I could. 6.5 Creedmoor. I bought it to poke holes in paper. I ain't shooting no game with it. I'm not killing deer with it. Nothing else. It's for poking holes in paper out to 1,000 yards.
Angel's been cleaning up again, moving stuff. I don't like that.
Well, there you go. Thanks for the explanation, Marvin.
What you in there barking at?
Yep, Reactly Improved is right there on the 7 mag, so you don't really need one with the other. Although you'll do it with less powder. The same thing. I've got a 6506. I'd really like to see that stretched out. I know I can do some.
Big Al's got the answer right there. Pull the trigger, drag the deer out to 1,200 yards, take the picture way back there, and say you shot it.
Yeah, shoot
There
it
you
with a
go.
270 and then say you did it with the 6.5 Creedmoor. Is that where
Jeez.
Ricky Baird? Don't believe I've had the privilege, my brother. Thanks for coming in. We go to Dead Zero Shooting Park sometime. You're right, Big Al. I don't shoot at deer past about, well, with my 270, I could probably reach out to 500 yards, but I probably ain't going to take a shot over 300.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
And I know you're right, Lakeview, but, a couple hundred yards, I ain't shooting at no deer at 1,000.
Well, Jamie, where we live, there's no need in it. It's just fun at that point.
Yeah, power lines. And
Yeah, you ain't gonna find anywhere to hunt where you can get out that deep.
yeah, now, yeah, that's what 7.62. That's what Chico bought was his Ruger American Go Wild, but his is in 308.
They're pretty nice. I've seen a few of those.
They are nice.
Yeah, a
And
coworker of mine just bought a Ruger American in 308.
I love the Ruger Americans for the money you pay for them. They shoot really good. Their stocks are a little flimsy, but if you really like it and it shoots well for you, just restock it.
there you
Yeah,
go.
I've shot a couple of them and I like them.
Yeah, I might go out to 250 is where I'm more comfortable. 250. The furthest I've ever killed a deer, 185 yards, and I've killed a bunch of them.
What were you using?
270 Winchester. I was
Okay.
using my Seiko Model AV. I love that rifle.
I was about to say, if you were going to say a 35 Remington, I was going to drive over to your house and massage your feet for you. That's a heck of a shot with a 35.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
That's probably a good thing, Jamie, because otherwise he'd be driving over your house and rubbing your feet.
Oh, he'd like it. Come on.
Yeah, I like those ranches too, just not in all calibers.
Yeah,
I think 16-inch 308 is not my idea of a fun time.
no. No, that would be good in like 223 or.
Yeah, I got a 300 ranch and I've got a 450 Bushmaster ranch.
That might be good in a 6.5 Grendel. I don't know. Just a thought.
Why are we talking about people getting killed by a bear?
Yeah,
Did I miss something?
apparently. Apparently I did too.
I'm about to say, apparently we all did.
I,
Because
I
nobody knows.
saw it, but I don't know where it came from.
What is this? What did I do?
Well, dang, buddy. I live in Rome. Kyle lives in Cartersville. Give us a call. You can send us an email at Jordan Shooting Connection. We'd love to meet you.
Who lives where?
Ricky Baird says he's going to be moving somewhere near Cartersville.
Come on over.
Absolutely.
I got a grill.
6'2" by 39 ranch. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Different.
See, I've always looked down on that caliber. But I'm telling you, man, I think out of a bolt gun, it would be fabulous.
It is. One of my shooting buddies has one, and it's pretty special.
Got a little more power than the 300 Blackout. It doesn't have that super fast twist.
Hang on, let me get it There we go. Oh, hang on. There we go.
Captain Black.
It's good stuff. Yes, it is mandatory.
That's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of calibers out there that kill deer just as dead as the next one, Ozark, but it's all about where you put that bullet. And to put that bullet where it needs to go, you got to know your rifle. And the only way to do that is to get out there and
Shoot.
get behind that thing and let them rip.
That CZ and that CZ 527 in Grendel, that American Hunter, is a fine rifle. That's a beautiful rifle.
Yeah, man, we got to catch up with you, dude. He loads for 56 calibers and casts for most of what he loads for, man. That's
Sounds
a
like my
fun
kind of
dude
guy.
right there.
Yes, Mr. Hurtneck, and YouTube actually removed the video that I put up because my handgun was laying on the table when I showed it. This Black Sea is good. I hadn't dove into anything else.
And Ozark, that's the only way any of us actually know. We can suspect and we can, theorize, but until you get it out there and pull the trigger, that's when you know. Back earlier, we were talking about modern rifle pressures as opposed to Mausers. Don't the old Mausers, aren't they a three lug system?
The 98s, some of the 95s, and the earlier ones were not.
Please
Yeah.
hold. I'm not going to show it.
Well, thanks, Lakeview. I appreciate you saying that. But yeah, well, we'd love to meet up with Ricky and get together, do some casting and shooting. Yeah,
so
Big Al.
what do you know about a M48?
That was made by Yugoslav. It's a direct copy of the K98. It's Yugoslavian. I think the receiver and the bolt may be just a tad shorter, just for the length of the bolt pull.
Right.
But
It's
yeah,
a two lug throw. So
yeah, it's a Yugo. Well, the Mausers are too. When you look at them at the front, they got two lugs, but there's another one in the back.
okay.
And they count the bolt handle on some of them too.
They do.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Mauser at all. I got it for the nostalgia thing of it, and then buddy of mine got one too, and he got a deal on a bunch of ammo, so we worked something out, and I got 100 rounds of ammo out of it. So
There's 10, man.
oh,
10
he's
man.
been lurking. You know it.
You lay out of work too, man.
No, he said he was working away and listening.
Good deal.
I had such a crap day today that I was going to leave. If we work 4 hours, they won't take a vacation day from us if we leave. So I was just going to drop 4 hours off my paycheck, and I was going to leave at 11 o'clock till the owner of the company showed up. I was like, crap. Now I got to stay.
There's Preacher's day off. Preacher, I got to send you an email, you and the pastor. We're working on something, and I might need I'm going to need y'all's help. Period. flat out point blank. We got something cooking for Willie, so yeah, that there's Dwayne's load for. There's Georgia trapping and fishing. What's going on? A lot of guys do, garage guy. I think that's a thing. Um, it just seems to me like though that cartridge would be excellent in a bolt gun. And
There's been a couple of real nice ones made.
I don't know why I keep thinking that, but I guess it's because it's in that AK, and I inherently don't like AKs.
What
And
if you had an AK chambered in 223?
I still wouldn't like it.
I haven't shot it yet. I hadn't found a magazine for it.
And I had one at my house a long time and just never took it out and shot it. My stepson D owned one, and he moved out and left it here probably 3 years, and I should have been shooting the crap out of it. It wasn't even mine. I mean, you know, I could wear it out and burn the barrel up, and yeah, I wouldn't do him like that.
I was doing a little research on that. It's a folding stock AK chambered in 223. And I think it was the Swiss paratroopers used that. There's no telling where this gun came from. I'd have to go down to the gun safe and get it out and look. I hadn't even played with it because I don't have a magazine for it. I cleaned it and got it all ready to go, but
I got that up there, special Lakeview, because I've been working on that stock. I just put it back together today. It's dry, but it's not really hard yet.
But it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Got
Got like six coats of tung oil on it.
That is beautiful wood.
I don't know what that is. I think I got an idea, but I don't. Apparently, G23 made a comment way back up here somewhere. I'm sorry, G, I lost you. There you go. So is 223 and an AK.
I was about to say the same thing. You can find mags for them, but you just got to look.
Didn't somebody give you who was it, Mike? Didn't he give you a location for a magazine last week?
Yeah. I just hadn't ordered it. I found them on a couple of different places, and I mean, I'm not in that big a hurry to shoot it. It's a chrome AK, you know. I mean, I got plenty of other things to shoot. I ain't too worried about that. I just thought it was kind of cool. I walked into my buddy's house and he said, "Here, you're taking this home with you. I don't know what to do with it." I'm like, "Okay, thanks."
You ain't wrong, garage guy. I'm sorry, guys. And it was good to see Allenby Pro in the side chat earlier. Did I just imagine that? No.
No, he was there. He made some snide comment.
Yeah, about something stinky.
I told him to swab his nostrils.
At least he come in and made a comment.
Speaking of SKSs, I got 2 of them smeared in Cosmoline in the safe now, along with the other ones that I had. I'm only in another safe, Jamie.
Yeah.
They sure do, Mark. That 527 is an awesome rifle. They got a lot of calibers too.
Did you see Preacher's comment, Jamie? Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, man.
My bad.
We got you. We got you, Preacher. We was just kidding, Mrs. Preacher.
Yes, you should give Champ more belly rubs. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, one of the the gun that I gave the Scotsman to do some of his work on, it was an old Yugoslavian uh, M48, I believe. No, it was a 2744. I can't remember.
Yeah, Ricky, my dad bought an SKS, God, 25 or 30 years ago at an Army Navy store. I think it was $86.
Yeah, I sold cases of them at $79.99, $89.99, $99.99, $109.99.
Right.
Cases of them. We couldn't get them out of the cases and put them on a shelf fast enough. They would go.
I got one in my gun cabinet in there is still drenched in cosmoline and wrapped in bubble wrap, and I've got to get it out and start cleaning up on it.
I've got several of them. I figured I'll shoot the ones I've been shooting and leave them packed in cosmoline because it ain't like it's going to hurt them. Then if I need to one day, I can clean them up.
They ought not to spoil.
Right. Of course, as soon as you get them hot, stuff's going to be dripping on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky got his at a gun show for, he said, $97.
Yeah.
I think it's a misnomer for people to believe that because they buy a gun with cosmoline, packed away in cosmoline, they think it's never been shot. I just don't believe that.
Oh, it's definitely true, Jamie. It's not the case all the time.
I just
Right. Me and Jamie were looking at my Mauser, and I didn't think it ever been shot. And Jamie pulled the bolt out of it and goes, "It's been shot. It's dirty." I'm like, "What?" It's just still covered in cosmoline. But I know for a fact that two of those SKSs in the safe have never been shot because you can't even get your finger through the trigger guard.
that don't mean it's never been shot. What that means is it was packed in cosmoline for storage at the arsenal. They've probably been re-arsenaled, put back in good to very good condition, and then packed in cosmoline and put away for storage.
I hadn't taken them apart because I didn't want to have to change clothes after I pulled the bolt out.
It was kind of heavy.
Come here, tell everybody, hey, you came in here.
Hey.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hey. I got Papa ice cream. Show your ice cream, Papa.
I get the leftovers. Get them back in yonder.
But it's still
Bye.
good. Bye, Rigby.
She's so sweet. Y'all remember the first time y'all saw her and now?
She's growing like a weed, that's for sure.
She was in the paper this past week. They have an event at her school, and she was on the front page of the paper, local paper, and her mama showed it to her. And she says, "Ain't I cute?" And I said, "Yeah, and you're so modest too."
Right.
Kind of reminds you of that. What's his name? Oh golly, Mac Davis. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. My favorite line in that song is, "Some people think I'm egotistical. Hell, I don't even know what that means. It must have something to do with the way I fill out my skin tight blue jeans." That is the definite. When you look up egotistical in Webster's dictionary, there he is singing that song. That's so funny. Anyway, back to guns.
I like guns. Hell, there's 4 of them around me right now.
Yeah, and I gotta tell y'all, CW, you did do a video on that gun, right? I just hadn't got to see it. Right?
I did a video on the stocks when I stripped them, but I haven't done one on it finished, and I didn't do one when I first picked it up.
That
Who's snoring?
that's my dog. Let me get her out of here, y'all.
I was just saying, my dad went home. It's not him this time.
Maxie,
I thought it was the Scotsman because he just woke up.
come here, Maxie. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Listen. Come here. Come here. Don't you want to be on TV? Come here. Let me get her. Hold on a minute. Come here.
I thought the Scotsman was pulling a Kyle on us.
Come here.
Yeah, I have to admit, I did look at his microphone there blocked off.
Me too. That's when I went, no, it ain't him.
Oh,
I may have taken a quick 15-minute nap.
Listen at her. This little dog's got the longest tongue you ever seen in your life. Ain't that right, baby? Ain't that right? This is Mimi's dog.
That's the way that my dog was snoring last night with all that rain. She was passed out like an upside down Superman in the bed. She was just all spread out.
No, but Miss Kitty, she ain't snoring. She's grunting. She just she just grunts. She goes through life either grunting or standing on the bed, looking out the window, barking at all the other dogs in the neighborhood. What she does.
Yeah. And it's weird that her name is Maxie because she's the little one.
Right. And our other dog's Minnie, named after Minnie Mouse, and she's 4 times this size. Anyway, let me put her back in there. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute or two.
Oh, man. Let's see. Not a pug, but 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Mark finally woke up and saw that Rigby was on here. Maybe he's 10 minutes behind.
oh yeah. Here's Uncle John. I didn't see him before.
G23, I don't know if he's ready to talk about that yet.
Oh, lever guns.
I'm kind of upset that Baloo has been fixed. I don't know if I think it's spayed. Because a coworker of mine got a beautiful German Shepherd that is smart as a whip, and I would love for them two to make puppies. Gorgeous dog. Should be both. Too late. Goodness gracious.
John, that's funny.
good Lord, there. We just can't keep them from talking about it. So when Jamie gets back, our next topic. You said it was a walk, Dad. Where are my balls, Dad?
Tell me about it, Walter.
Yeah, Walter. It was a long time for me too, and I can't imagine life without her right now. She makes me laugh. She makes me cry. She gets me out and lets me get exercise. Yeah, Walter, I think you should look into that.
You get a little one, they ride on the bike with you.
Right. Guy I work with just after his passed away, he got a little. I can't. It's a cross between two breeds. I can't remember it, but it's such a puppy. It's no bigger than your hand.
Oh, one of the toys.
Oh Lord! And he goes, "This thing is all over the place, up underneath my feet. He won't sleep in any of the beds that we bought him. He drags the couch cushion off, and takes it to the corner."
Yeah, 32 Special never got much love. Don't really know why. The 32s weren't so popular here,
No,
but it's a good caliber. Nothing wrong with it. It's
I've got a Smith and Wesson in the gun safe 32 special.
It shoots the same weight bullets as the 30-30, but it's got a little bit of diameter on it. But it's a 6 of one, half dozen the other to the 30-30, really.
An inside duck. Wow. I've never heard of an inside duck.
I don't know where you're reading.
Fuzz. Got a buddy who has an inside duck for a pet. Another
Oh.
one has a rabbit.
There's HIPAA.
Talking to Fuzz, y'all fancy some General Sauce chicken?
I'm afraid to ask.
Oh, well, Fuzz has lots of cats, man. Lots and lots of cats. And, General Sauce chicken.
Jeez.
I'll prep it. I'll do the whole 9 yards, man. I'll cook the whole thing for you. I got it. It's all good.
You leave his kitties alone. I'm allergic to them, so that's why I don't have any. I grew up with my parents having cats.
Pea pods. It's kind of fuzzy. Can't tell what it is. Your microphone is off.
General Tao's cooking chicken. It's
I
what,
could see pea pods. That's all I could make out.
snow peas.
That's about all I could see too.
Well, it is a phone. New Texarkana sent me pictures of his supper tonight. They're out celebrating his son's birthday, so well dang G. What's up, man? He's had a vasectomy, but he wants to give me crap about getting my dog fed.
Oh, you missed it while you were taking the dog. They were cutting up like crazy over there.
I
Yeah,
bet.
it sure is, John.
There's John's hand loading.
Side chat's going 90-0. Or as my Alabama co-worker would say, it's going from spring load to dumbass real quick. There was a time a minute ago I couldn't even keep up with reading it. I couldn't talk because I was too busy reading.
See, I don't even know what that means.
And I'm sorry, it's not 32 special, it's 32 long Colt. My revolver that I got. What?
That is not the comment I was trying to put up. I was trying to put that one up. But Mr. Pollard, look at the bright side. He had a female veterinarian, so
Golly bum. Is this the dog that
Good times, Craig. Good times.
So what you're saying, Jamie, is the last thing you felt was a female touch.
kinda.
the last
Isn't it ironic? It's almost like getting married. The last thing you feel is a female touch.
the last person that got to see him was at least a female.
Hey guys, let's get back on topic here. My poor dog's up mad enough and hurting me enough. I hope he can't hear y'all. I hope he's asleep, but
He should be. What else he got to do?
so Trapper, you will enjoy loading and shooting 38 special. And my recommendation is once you're comfortable with 38 special, go to the 45 and then the 9mm.
Yeah, they're all very similar. 45's a little more forgiving.
Y'all crazy out there, boys. I tell y'all what. And Pamela and Miss Kitty. Yeah, that's
What is
interesting.
What is y'all's favorite thing to do to clean a rifle after it has used corrosive ammo?
Hot water.
I've heard that before.
Me too.
I've heard that.
Hot water.
Mop it up and swab it down, and what I do is I'll clean it with swabs and put a heat gun in the breech and get the barrel good and hot, dry it out, run a couple more through there to make sure it's dry, and then oil it up, and should be good.
Yeah. Clean it like it was black powder. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yes, I do, Rebel. A couple different bullets. And John, I was the 327. I was late getting involved with it, but I really love that in a handgun. That you get 5 different calibers you can shoot in that 327 Federal Magnum from 32 ACP on up. Shoots them all.
I never thought about Windex with ammonia in it.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of
Yeah, Marvin, you gotta be careful with the SIG. You gotta load it like a rifle. There's lots of back and forth on how it head spaces, but it's got a rim on it. I mean, it's got a shoulder on it. So how do you think they head space it? That's what I go by.
Urine.
so Windex is the ticket.
Yeah, Windex is an old standby for black powder and ought to work good for corrosive. I load it, Tex, so I don't worry. I bought brass long ago, and I load whatever I need.
All right, so Mark Thomas is itching for the new Taurus 327. Is that a 327 Ferro Magnum revolver?
I assume so.
There's AR guns.
One thing I can tell you, Mark Thompson, if you get that, you better be wearing ear pro.
They
It
are
will
loud.
make your ears bleed.
They are loud.
AR guns. I meant to text you last night. I got caught up rebuilding a transmission and missed the chat.
Rebel.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Windex is the ticket, Tim, from what I'm seeing.
I've never heard of that. I mean, it makes sense.
Hello, Dave.
Wow, I can't keep up with you guys.
I was down at Mike's house and helping him with his son's transmission, and well, we'll get it this far and then we'll stop for the night. Okay, I got stuff to do. Well, we're almost done. Let's just go ahead and finish it up. Next thing I know, it's like late.
Charter Arms even makes a 327 revolver.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I was there when they made their first ones, and let's just say they didn't work.
Mm.
Thanks, Ricky. Well, I'll get back to you after the live stream.
I've had the pleasure of shooting a good old Smith & Wesson 327 Federal, and that thing was badass.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Worms got, a Smith. And he goes, here, it's just a small bullet. You don't need no ears.
Oh,
I pulled the trigger in the backyard. I said, you better be glad there ain't more than one round in this thing, because I'd have shoot you right now. God, I couldn't hear anything for 25 minutes.
yeah, they are loud. Mine are Rugers.
What is it? You can load 32, 327, and there's something else that'll shoot.
32 long, 32 short,
Yeah,
32 ACP, 327, and 32 H&R mag.
there you go.
Michael Hurtneck loads 5.7. Ain't Uncle Jim doing that a little bit too?
Yeah, that's that little one, isn't it? About the size of a little bit bigger than a 17.
The 5.7?
Yeah.
It looks like a little bit bigger 17.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Ricky. Yeah, Ricky. I've shot plenty of 22 TCM. It's a killer round, man.
Yep, another one. Yep. Very light recoil.
That's a chop down 223, isn't it? Or is it?
I think they started with a 9mm, and then you got the was an R TCM R. It's a little bit shorter.
Didn't Insight Freedom have one of them?
Yeah, he picked up 22 TCM. I picked him up the rifle to go with it, and it's a killer round, man. You want something that's really fun to shoot, and you want to see a flame come up the end of the barrel. Get a 22 TCM. You'll have all kinds of fun.
Yeah, I can believe that, John. That makes a lot more sense. 5mm Remington. Yeah, I had one for a lot of years. It's a really nice caliber. Then you couldn't get ammo, and now you can get it again. But then the pandemic happened, and you couldn't get any rimfire. But I liked it a lot. It was a hot round.
Yeah, that 327 is actually his wife's car gun. And I'm like, can you imagine if she set that thing off in the car? Good gracious.
What's up,
Oh, Val.
Bald? How you doing, buddy? Excellent, excellent.
Very good.
Yeah, Kyle had boys. He'd look at kids different if he had a girl.
Was that a poke, Jamie?
No, I'm just saying. Um, girls melt your heart, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
They just make you.
I know how I feel about my friends. I, don't
Good
take
night.
this the wrong way. I
Good
know
night,
how
Andy.
I feel
Good
about
night,
my
AR.
friends' daughters, and I can tell that it's different.
Tell Andy good night. Good night, buddy.
Good night, Andy.
That's a good comment. 22 Fireball. Wasn't there a race car driver?
Yep, Fireball Roberts
You know how he died?
in a fireball.
In a fireball.
Wasn't he the one that would store the gasoline in the roll cage? And they questioned him about it, and he said, "There's nothing in the rule book saying I can't."
No, that was
Wasn't that him?
Junior. That was Junior Johnson.
Okay. I always thought that was epic. There's nothing saying I can't.
Thanks, Harold. I appreciate that, man. I got one son, one daughter, and two stepsons. Uh, you ain't kidding, man. You know them big, thick legs that drive you through the woods when you're hunting? Them girls are just, yeah, turn you into pasta, man. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. And you ain't wrong, Bald.
hey, it's worse than that when they're completely out of the house, bald, and they have kids of their own, and they call you up in the middle of the night crying, "What's wrong with my baby, Daddy?" You know.
I've got one kid that thinks I'm the dumbest thing on the planet. Then I've got another one that's come back around, and he likes to meet up with me and have lunch on Saturdays.
You ain't wrong, Rebel. In the South, G23, we put it like this: we say, "I have no kids to speak of."
I got a friend of mine that's a Marine, and he's like, "Well, I got 5 that I know of."
That I know of, that I talk about in company.
Good night, Michael.
So, Ricky, you never get to watch what you want to watch on TV, do you, buddy? Outnumbered like that. 6-1. You're watching a lot of Lifetime TV, buddy. When was the last time you saw a Braves game? I feel for you, man. See, when Rigby comes over, see, I'm outnumbered. I get to watch no TV at that point. But we're fixing to do a Kyle Lusk imitation at my house. We're fixing to boot cable to the curb. They're fixing to go up on us from We got a package like $180 a month, and they're fixing to start charging like going up like $100. No,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
my
2 years
TV
ago,
bill
April
was
for me.
it
do
was
what?
$260 for the package that I had. Good night,
2
Michael
years ago.
Hurt.
2 years ago, April for me.
Seems to be the going craze, and I've got 3,000 channels in there on my TV, and I'm not hooked to them at all. It's amazing what you can do with an Amazon Fire Stick.
Wow, John. That's just the quality of her parenting, sir. That's pretty cool, Rebel. That's awful cool. Me and Rebel had a talk over the internet the other night.
That's awesome, Mike.
He called me on Discord. Y'all know y'all could do that? You know, you can go over to Discord, get to be friends with somebody, send them a phone call, and sit there and talk to them for 2 hours if you want to. And then you can hang up and still not have a clue what each other's phone number is. What's wrong with this picture?
That's funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I think when my point was about our topic tonight. There's Daniel. God is my judge. What's happening? I think the topic of the topic I chose was more about taking care of your stuff and knowing when to say when and start shooting reduced loads. But I like CW's thing. Just shoot cast lead and use cast lead data out of the Lyman cast lead handbook. Guns last pretty much forever at that point. I think when we're shooting and we see barrel erosions, it's uh, from the back into the front, and I don't necessarily think that it's heat or pressure. More heat than pressure. So Scotsman had to go. He's not feeling good. And Mark, I'll send you that information.
Yeah, I talked to him just a couple of days ago. Texted back and forth. He's doing all right. Just busy with work.
Yeah, he's still trying to run two businesses, I think, isn't he?
I don't ask.
Yeah, man. He's a busy man.
That's a lot to keep a hold of. That's
And
for sure.
big family. There you go, John. Take care of what you got, and you'll have it a long time.
I've started dumbing down my 44 Magnum loads a little bit. Yeah, I want that Red Hawk to stick around for a minute.
Ozark got 3 boys and 2 stepdaughters.
He's starting to sound like the Brady Bunch around here.
Yeah.
Marcia. And yeah, Kevin is a good guy. He's just busy.
Yeah. I love that old dude.
And a
17
wealth
Two
of
said
knowledge.
he's been casting Lyman cast bullet manual for 40 years. And Pamela wants Idaho to reduce the loads for her 38. Well, when he starts casting and using cast lead bullets, that's not going to be a problem. That's what we do, Ricky. Um, Kyle's got a lubricizer he uses a pretty good bit, but if I don't have one, so if I'm not powder coating them, I've got to pan lube them.
I bought it from Willie, and I wanted it for the nostalgia factor. And the only thing I've actually used it for is Willie, when he was here, cast up a bunch of 38 specials, and I lubed and sized them. And then while I was at work the next day, I come back and I've got 6 boxes of 38 specials all loaded up. He goes, "They may shoot okay. I don't know." I was like, "Really, Willie? Really?" He goes, "I was bored."
Yeah, so Tin Man knows what I'm talking about.
When is reduced, too reduced but safe. That's a slippery slope right there, Tim.
Well, if you're going to shoot that low, don't shoot jacketed, first of all.
If you're not sure, you want to make sure it went out the barrel.
Jacketed gets stuck a lot easier than cast.
Right.
And they're a lot harder to push out of the barrel than cast.
We took my buddy's 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum and started with, factory data, and it was just not really pleasant to shoot. Then we dumbed it down, and now even his wife loves shooting it, and we're shooting 440 grain cast bullets out of it. But it's a pleasure to shoot, and it's very accurate to a pretty good distance.
I love those 440s in mine.
Yeah, we're shooting at like 75 yards. I think he's got an 8-inch barrel. I mean, it's a big revolver, and his wife loves shooting it. I mean, she shot up a box and a half of ammo last time we broke it out.
Those ones that I was shooting in that Freedom Arms, that's a 500 Wyoming LRH, LBH, something or other. It's a shortened 500 Magnum case, and it was shooting. I think they were 380 grain hollow points at about 1050, and it popped, but it was not uncomfortable to shoot, and it shot really well. If you watch the video, that was 50 yards on a 3/4 size silhouette, and I don't think I missed it offhand. So it shot well.
Our first load was with I think 4227, and it was raining like crazy, and we were shooting up underneath one of them easy up canopies.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled the trigger on that thing, and water flew off that canopy, and he held the gun out like this and went, "Oh my God." We ended up pulling all those bullets, and I reclaimed all the powder that we used. And I said, "Well, let's switch over to unique." And he was sitting there holding it. You could see the gun shaking. I was like, "Oh Lord."
5744, I think, is what I liked.
He pulled the trigger on that baby, and he goes, "Ooh, this is nice." I had my 45 Colt sitting next to his 500 Smith & Wesson, and it looked like a toy. I was like, "Good God, what a pistol." Which I've got the same thing in my 44 Magnum. I mean, there's no way that I can carry that thing. You just leave it in the box and break it out when you go to the range.
What are you trying to do, Tim? Why do you want to go lower? What are you trying to accomplish? I was shooting some 38 special full wad cutters in the 357 maximum, with Trail Boss powder, and they were shooting really well, shooting really good. I got a really good deal on a big pile of 130 grain Hst Hollow Points, which are a full wad cutter shaped bullet. They're designed to be seated flush with the case mouth, but they give you a hollow point like a regular hollow point, and they're jacketed. I loaded those with the same charge. Now they're the same size as a 150 grain 150 grain wad cutter. So they had the same case volume. I had the same 80 something percent case volume fill, and 3 times I stuck them in the barrel. I should shoot the cast all day long, but when I switched to that jacketed, it didn't have enough oomph to get it out of the barrel. 3 times it stuck. Once it was sticking out of the muzzle about half the length of the bullet.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah. I swore off Trail Boss with jacketed bullets. It's easy, Pam. Trail Boss is dead easy with cast bullets and straight wall cases. You want to load at least 70% case volume and no more than 100. So you seat your bullet, you figure out how much room you have, and you use 70% of that as a starting load and 99% as a maximum load.
The secret to Trail Boss is, and I've loaded a lot of different calibers with it. As long as you don't crush the donuts, it's a safe load.
I've heard that.
Yep. You do not want 100% density. So keep it from touching. You're good.
What CW is saying is exactly correct. Figure out how deep your bullet's going to go, then take your calipers and measure down from there, and that's where you want to fill it up to. And a little bit shy, but yeah, you'd be totally fine right there.
It's not a low pressure powder; it's a low velocity powder. So you're going to get near full pressure loads, but they're going to be low velocity.
Right, and it's if you make sure you don't crush the donuts, you won't have a problem. Now you can go lower than that, but
another powder you can look for if you can't find Trail Boss is Tin Star. It's very similar, designed the same way.
I've never heard of that.
That's ain't that Bit of Bory's version of the same thing?
Yeah, it's not across the board the same, but it's designed for reduced velocity loads for cowboy shooting, just like Trail Boss.
Ah, okay. The problem with Trail Boss is you buy a bottle, you only get 9 ounces, not a pound.
Yeah, and you spend full price, and it's not cheap.
But it goes a long way though.
It's a good powder, cast bullets. I like it a lot.
I'm telling you, that Shooter's World heavy pistol, that is my go-to for 44 mags. Whether it be rifle or...
Isn't that the same as number 9 supposed to be?
I'd have to look at the book.
Yeah.
But me and Jamie went to the gun show and found the booth for them, and the guy was nice enough to give us the book, and it compares. It's what everything's comparable to. Somebody made a video with Shooter's World Blackout just a couple of days ago. I can't remember who it was. I wanted to watch it, but it disappeared in my feed. Was it Georgia Boy? I don't remember. I've got some Blackout, but I haven't. I've got some loaded up, but I hadn't test fired them yet. But the heavy pistol is fantastic for larger bore handguns and stuff. What's the other one? Clean pistol?
Yeah, I remember, Mike. I remember.
But yeah, they make a fine powder. If you ever can run across it, don't feel bad about picking it up because I hadn't picked up any that I didn't like.
Yeah, I just never seen it. I would try it. I just I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I know I can mail order it, but I've got plenty of powders. I got no business buying a new one.
Right. Yeah. I got 4 or 5 different Shooter's World powders that I've been playing with, and my problem is I wish they made Shooter's World primers.
Well, I think I'll be very happy once that company in Texas starts making some primers.
Yeah.
So, Mark, you should look on the MCK. I'm sorry. Look on the Georgia Shooting Connection Excel spreadsheet thing we done. You can find his information on there. And I want to say too that you guys that got that email, if you know of somebody else that needs it, y'all please forward it on. That's the reason we created it, was to get it out to everybody so that everybody can share the information and get in touch with everybody when you want to or when you need to.
That was so funny on that live stream where Preacher's there and he goes, "Oh, thanks. FBI just screenshotted everybody's phone number."
Well, Big Al wanted that information, and I was obliged to get that done. We really need to thank G. Pishner for doing that for us.
I don't remember when the last time I got a copy of it was.
Yeah, I was just looking. I gotta have you send me that email again. I don't know what I did with it.
Do you have a Gmail account?
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is open up a browser with signed in with that ID. Click on the 9 little buttons at the top. You know, the ones that look like the touchpad for the phone.
I only use it on my phone, so I don't know if I got that. I don't think I have that. No, I don't have that.
Yeah,
I think 762 just put it out there.
there you go, 762. And MCK's got a good point. Leave a message. A lot of guys ain't going to answer the phone if they don't recognize your phone number. They're going to think they're getting, well, here in Georgia, we think we're going to get calls from the governor because they're running for re-election right now.
No, I usually consider it, if it's from out of state, I consider it somebody wanting to talk to me about my expiring used car warranty. Yes, and a lot of people like me don't have their voicemail set up because if you don't know me well enough to send me a text message, then I'm not going to take the time to be digging through all these voicemails. My voicemail is not set up, so if you're trying to contact me, shoot me a text. Let me know who you are, and I'll call you right back. Now the FBI has my fingerprints. Walter, they've had my fingerprints for about 30 years.
Yep.
I'm starting to get a complex, guys. I try to do something good for the community, and
No, I think it's great.
I hope so. I hope everybody likes it, and that's the reason I said just put the information on there you're comfortable with your uh, fellow guys having, and we'll go from there.
Right.
And it's easy to send an email, and it's easy to answer an email, and then y'all can decide what level of contact you want to have.
And if you're worried about the ATF or the FBI or whatever getting any of your sensitive information, if you're a gun owner, they already have it. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've been getting emails all week from the Gun Owners of America about that
Good night, John.
non-existent registry. Good night, John. I'm getting tired pretty quick tonight myself. I ain't usually this sleepy and tired this early in the evening.
Yeah, it's been a long day over here as well.
I see ears, Kyle.
Do what?
I see ears by your left shoulder there, your left elbow. Ears, your dog.
Oh, I was looking for Ear Pro. Sorry.
So
I'm like, leave him out here. Why?
I see them German Shepherd ears right there in the corner of the screen.
Oh, she's right here. Lay down all comfy and rub my belly. So that's
See
what
what I mean? That's the kind of abuse you have to take when you do something good for the community. Ozark.
Oh, I could say something right now, but I'm going to wait until the after chat.
I bet I can guess.
Let's just say that was not exactly our favorite coworker.
Well, I can tell you what Willie would say. You can't sign me up for one I'm not already signed up to, Ozark.
Woohoo!
That's it right there.
I actually had a good conversation with one of those car warranty people. It's the longest one I've ever had. I went ahead and pressed one or whatever, and can you tell me the year, make, and model of the car? I said, well, you're the one that's telling me the warranty's expiring, so don't you know? Well, no, I need you to say it for voice verification. I'm like, well, which one are we talking about? I've got 6. I just need you to say it for voice verification. I said, well, are we talking about the Fusion, the F-150, the F-450, the F-100, the Dodge truck, the Dodge minivan, or the Chrysler Cirrus? Well, I just need you to say one of them. I said, you're not picking up what I'm putting down at all, are you? I just need voice verification. I said, dude, lose this number. And, I mean, we went on for about 3 minutes. I'm like, I can't believe you're still on the phone.
I like to have fun with them too. I do the same thing. I've been waiting for you folks to call. My 1985 Zephyr really needed help.
If you'd have called me last week, that 62 Henway would still be in my driveway. What's a Henway? About 3.5 pounds.
Yeah.
On a good day. Oh, so my puppy dog weighed 54.6 pounds when I took him to the vet today. So that was pretty
Not that little white one.
No.
No, she would weigh
She would be long.
5.6.
Yeah.
But I did have to pick him up and put him in the back seat of the car. It's amazing. When I took him to the vet, he rode in the car good. I go pick him up from the vet, take him back home. All of a sudden, he ain't getting in the car no more. My son says, well, you know, last time we put him in the car, what happened?
Yeah, right.
Thank you, sir.
I took some vacation time, and when I got back, there's this somebody printed out a meme and stuck it to my cubicle wall, and it's got this dog, and there's a man balled up in the fetal position on the floor, and there's a dog behind him. You said this was just a walk, John. Look down, and his neck's about that long now. Where are my testicles, John?
Walter, that my Blaze, the pit mix, he likes to get my lead ingots. I'm trying to figure a way to keep him out of my ingots, and he just
It grabs your ingots and chews on them.
Yeah, he chews
Oh,
on.
that's probably not good at all.
It's terrible, man. It's not. It's
That's
not
probably
good for him, and it's even worse for the ingots. And
oh, they still melt.
they'll still melt. Uh,
I used to have a bitter apple spray. I had a dog that liked to chew. I used to spray it with that, and it worked really good. And then I got a Rottweiler, and I tried it with him, and anything I'd spray, he'd eat. He wouldn't just chew it; he'd eat it. So that
Well-
wasn't any good, Libor.
so far, he's ate a bag of charcoal and a bag of potting soil.
You should try dog food, Jamie.
And I'm not talking about little bitty bags. I'm talking about the 50-pound bags. The potting soil is all over the porch now, so we gotta
I've
go
never
get
heard of
that.
a dog eating potting soil.
Well, he's a puppy. He's about 6 or 8 months old. He weighs 550 pounds. His body is outgrowing his brain so far. But
Right.
anyway, we need to start going through the room and let these nice people get on with their weekend. So, yeah, car warranty, folks. Let me tell you something, though. The longer you can talk to them and the longer you keep them on the line, the fewer people they're going to pick on in
Yeah.
a day's time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And CW, what you got working on? You going to do a video on that beautiful
I'm
car
gonna-
thing behind
Yep,
you?
that one behind me is going to get a video, at least a short one, and I'm planning on taking it to the range on next week if I don't get there Sunday. So hoping to do a little video with that. I'll definitely do a video Tuesday because we're going to the better range for videos. So look for that. And I got a new mold coming. I'll have a video on that. I should have that probably next week. And I'll find something else to make videos. I'm making a lot of videos, not seeing a lot of the YouTube faces over there. So I encourage you to come visit me over at Rumble. I'll have I got videos going up over there almost daily.
Yeah, I still hadn't figured out that site. I got one notification that somebody posted a video, and it was, I don't know if it was Dan Bongino, I think is
Yeah.
who it was.
He does quite a few, yeah. So as long as you
That's
get
the
one, you'll
only
get more.
notification I've gotten. I don't know when people put anything up over there.
You'll
I
get
don't know
more.
where to go and find them. I just
You
hadn't
probably
played
just
with
got to adjust the algorithm there for the time.
it. Yeah, I just hadn't played with it enough.
So that's about it. I'll be playing with this pretty rifle.
It is gorgeous.
Turned out beautiful, man. Good work.
Yeah, I did. I send you pictures of what it started out like.
You did.
It was rough. It was rough. It was in a fire. It was in a house that had a fire. It was not in a fire. So the damage from the smoke, the caustic smoke, the heat, which I don't think it got too much heat, but it got enough. It just ruined the finish on the stocks, and it ruined the bluing on the barrel out by the front sight.
Well, I can tell you this: it didn't ruin anything. It made it gorgeous. That is a beautiful, beautiful rifle.
It's pretty. But I got a video up on the wood up close when I got it stripped, and it really looks nice.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm probably going to do some anti-cosmolaning, because once you get started on that, you want to do all of it at one time, because you don't want to go through it each time on each rifle. So I'll probably do 4 or 5 rifles tomorrow and get them cleaned up and get them run down to Lowe's and grab some oil and start the soaking process and see what I can come up with, and then sand them and But yeah, I looked up on a gun score and I acquired quite a few, so might as well clean them up and get them ready to shoot.
Let me say this. Not just the rumble button on the videos, but on the comments too. So you hit the plus sign, and on Rumble, if you well, we're out of time, or I'd go over there and show you now. Let's do that next week. Let's make it a point to um, give some lessons. Anyway,
That'll be fun. I'll play along on my cell phone while we're doing this. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, dude.
yeah, it might help. Might help some other folks too. Might draw some attention. And Echo, he's got quite a few. So I think he needs to do a video on all of them. Is what I think.
I showed Jamie a couple of them.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had any Kyle Lusk videos. So
It has.
uh,
I guess I need, like
video.
Willie says, nut up.
There you go. Ranger up, buddy. Anyway, thank y'all for coming out tonight. We enjoyed having y'all, and we enjoy it every week. And we made it a priority, and y'all made it fun. So God bless y'all. And I've got really busy in Christian Motorcyclist Association lately, so everything for me as far as doing videos and stuff like that's kind of on hold for a minute or two. So hopefully I can get to work on one a little bit tomorrow that I've got in process. But anyway,
Jamie, you forgot to
Yeah.
mention we were on a minute early for the first time.
Yeah, well, you'd think Fuzz would have said something about it because he really gives us down the country when we're late, right? Anyway, yeah, there's your good one. There you go, Kyle. Anyway,
With no shoes on, just no, bad, no.
so yeah,
You just want to see my ankles.
well, you know about Echo. Anyway, guys, thanks again for being here. I'm gonna be working on some stuff, and I hope I get something finished so I can get it out for y'all. But like I said, CMA's taking up a lot of time lately. So, and we are working on some stuff for Willie and his family, and that's taking up some more time. And we do need to help out Melissa and Nick and the guys and their family because they're without Willie's income. So, yeah, we need to step up when we can and if we can. And we're working on some other things. And I'm excited about it and I'm sad about it all at the same time. I kind of don't know what to say. But anyway, guys, we hope the Lord blesses y'all all real good. And if He's willing, we will see y'all again next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good night, guys.